Yeah,
What's up, family? This is your man, not your boy, Gold Black 2.
Africa.
Hey, we are here in the chocolate city of Aruba. My brother right here is going to introduce himself, and we're going to do a walk around, get a little bit of history maybe of what's here in Aruba from his perspective and his experience. Please introduce yourself, my brother.
Hi out there, YouTube world. My name is Sonny Joseph Richardson, aka the Roots Man. I'm definitely in honor to welcome my brother here, Go Black to Africa, to our chocolate city, the little island, Aruba, the chocolate side of the island. I hope you like sweet stuff.
Oh, yeah, we're going to enjoy it. And also, we have his lovely wife here. You would like to say anything?
Welcome.
And my lovely wife is right here too as well. For those who have been missing her, yes, she does exist. She is here. Yes. She doesn't want to be on the screen. But we go by go ahead and walk around. What do you have for us today, brother?
Well, we're just doing a little walk in the area of St. Nicholas, and here we have our local artist, Mr. Mo Mohammed. So we're going
Okay.
to take a look at some of the murals in the area.
Some of the murals in the area.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're just going to walk around as family.
All righty.
All right? We got it.
And who is this? Who's this guy up here?
Mo Mohammed, one of our local icons.
Okay.
He's an artist, a poet, a drummer, and all of those things.
Okay.
An actor.
Everything.
Yeah. So this is St. Nicholas.
St. Nicholas, the Chocolate City.
Yeah. And one of our local, the owls. So you can see those.
So now, please give us a little history on Chocolate City. How did it get its name? What's the roots of this area here in Aruba?
If my memory serves me correctly, there is this DJ called Lenny Dance here on the island. He went to Holland, studied, that's the Netherlands, and when he came back, he heard people, or he was on the radio doing some program, and when he looked at this area of the island, all he saw was the melanated people, and he said those look like chocolate. He started calling it Chocolate City.
Oh,
So that's where the name came from.
How long ago was that?
Probably late 70s, early 80s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, so we're gonna be checking out some murals right here in Chocolate City, family. This is where you're gonna find most of the African descendants of slaves, I guess you would say, maybe,
Of
for
course,
this area.
As Africans in the diaspora, we're definitely descendant from the ancestors who
Yep.
was brought here unwillingly and
Yeah.
enslaved.
Yep. You know, there's this thing there in America. People don't want to admit that. You know, we got a whole lot of folks out there who don't claim to be descendants of slaves, and just one of those things. So you know, I want to be careful in saying that you hear how does people look
Well,
at themselves here. You know, because
I would put it this way: as best as we look at the history, and if you go back to Liverpool and where they build the boats, the great what Jesus that they say they took us across the Atlantic on, we are what was left of the people who were enslaved,
yeah,
and which the wealth of the Western world was built on. We built it. We built this city.
all right,
And here we have a local monument. It's called Nicholas Store. And we have a cafe within the museum, which is called Culture Cafe. Nice little cafe.
so this is a museum.
Yeah, and also a local business. Here is where I do my monthly contribution to the society or to the community, which is called Culture, which is a platform that does poetry, drumming, young and upcoming artists. We give them the opportunity to come and express themselves. We do that the last Saturday of the month.
Nice, nice. All righty, so we got a lot of murals around here. So what do we have here?
Even the benches decorated
Okay.
with broken tiles. It's an art form that they use.
Yeah, and if we can kind of skip around that music up there where we're approaching, that'd
Yeah,
be
we're
cool.
gonna go to opposite.
Opposite. Okay. So now, my brother, let me ask you this: how long have you been here? Were you born and raised here? Were you? How did you wind up here?
No, I was born on the island of Grenada,
Okay.
and through the revolution from '79 in the '80s, I migrated here to Aruba.
Nice.
So, I mean, you can always do some research on the Spice Island or the Spice of the Caribbean and see what's that about. But yeah, so it's been almost what? Next month would be 41 years that I'm on this island, the little rock as I call it.
Okay. We going down that way, or?
Okay, check this one out.
All right.
It's a beautiful one, named Carnival.
And this is a mural. Glass. What's it got? What's that? Glass.
Tiles and glass and
Glass and all.
yeah. That's the artist sign on the bottom.
Okay.
Then we're gonna cross over. Got a local cinema.
And so people from all around come down here to check out all these murals. Is this what the Chocolate City is really known for? The murals?
Lately, yeah, the last couple of years, yes. So before that, probably the refinery, and we do have some nice beaches up here also,
Yeah.
you know. But this has been going on for the last 4 years, 5 years. So that has been the newest thing to the island. So a local library.
This is your library?
Yeah, public library. If you look at the artwork, it looks like books stacked on top of each other. Goes on the side. And Companancy.
Okay. So those who are joining in, we are just walking the streets here in San Nicolas, the Chocolate City, and we are with our brother who is giving us just a walk around and showing us a little here and there, a little history of what's going on. And so now the artists is just different artists that can come and just paint. Is this something that the city does that allows them to paint?
It's a local entity that introduced this to the community. And they bring in artists from all over the world. People, it's a big thing, different parts of the world. So
Okay.
you go around and they do this. Once a year, they have the art festival. Okay, with everything that is going on now, for the past 2 years, we haven't had it. It's the same artist that did all of this work.
Now they call this the Chocolate City, and you see this is where probably a larger number of the African descendants of slaves live in this particular community.
In the St. Nicholas and surrounding areas, yes.
Yeah.
And that has to do with the refinery that is here, but dormant at the moment, non-operational.
Okay. Which way are we going?
We can go back up, then we probably will have to cut, or we can swing that way.
Whatever, which way you want to go?
Let's go that way.
Okay.
I'll show you Rashid. Yeah, so as I was saying, with the refinery, when the refinery opened in the 1920s, they needed workers. So they went to the Caribbean, the British Caribbean islands to get English-speaking workers. And that's how this area was really developed. And that refinery played a significant role in the 40s. Without this refinery, the islands probably would have lost the war. At the time, this refinery was producing, if I'm not mistaken, over 300,000 barrels a day.
Of oil.
Yep. And that's where all the, there was 2 U-boats which came here and tried to bomb it during that time.
So now you mentioned about the workers.
Mm-hmm.
The initial workers they brought in were who?
Grenadians, Trinidadians, probably some Jamaicans, not as much, but most of the English-speaking Caribbean islands.
They brought in.
And they came in, they worked, some settled, some owned some money and went back to the islands.
Now, what was it you were sharing about me about the Indians were brought in?
That was pertaining to Grenada.
Oh, that was Grenada. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
not
Grenada.
so much as here.
Gotcha. Let's turn this way right here. Okay, so now we're just walking about family, just hey, checking out the murals here in the Chocolate City, and we're just going to see what this town right here has with our brothers and sisters out here. Are there any famous, I guess, artists that come from out of this area? Well-known artists?
Worldwide, probably not, but the elder where we start,
Yeah.
Mohammed, he's definitely one of them. And there's a young artist, Rashid. I definitely would want to show you some of his work. I think he has tremendous potential.
Okay, all right.
And
Yeah, I'm figuring if they call this Chocolate City, I want to see chocolate faces. You know what I'm saying?
Well, in this
You know
case,
how I am,
in
man.
this case, I totally agree with you. But however, the community or the people who are in charge of bringing in these artists, they're the ones who pick pretty much what goes on. Sometimes we have discussions with them to try to get our people on the murals.
Yeah.
But so far, we only have two that I would say that are local, the young artist, Rashid, and the elder, Mohammed.
Okay. Which, I'm a controversial guy.
Okay.
And my thing is that, that I know you share with that they're even trying to change the name of Chocolate City from what it's known for, but they now are trying to be sensitive in a sense to what's the new name?
To fit the narrative.
To fit their narrative.
Yeah. Sunrise City.
So they want to change it to Sunrise City.
Yeah. Well, the powers that be pretty much uses Sunrise City. Not much of us use Chocolate City anymore. Now this one here, I don't remember the artist, but I saw it from when he started. This is it's a 3D painting of an iguana, so we'll have to get it from a distance.
Okay.
But the fact that, for instance, like when you paint your house, all of the paint brushes and rollers and all of those stuff,
Yeah.
I saw this gentleman paint this with those tools, so to speak. This iguana was painted with long rollers.
Yeah.
Imagine. So that was very skillful. Yeah. If you look at it, it's a 3D.
And y'all got iguanas all over this island.
Oh yeah, they're protected.
Yeah.
We still make a soup every now and then.
Iguana soup.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
Oh yeah, they make a soup.
Okay. All righty.
Yeah. This is one of our local parakeets.
Local parakeets.
Yeah. Now this one was controversial. As you said, you were controversial, so I guess I am too.
Yeah.
I had a protest on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the original picture and it didn't look that way. So after my protest, they colored it a little bit.
Hold up. So who protested? The people protested?
did.
You protested this
Amongst
picture.
a couple of others. Yeah, we took a protest against it.
What was different than what we see now?
It was only the dark man serving the white man. The
It wa-
melanated people was serving the non-melanated ones.
Ah.
And I was like, I don't want my kids to pass by this every day.
Exactly.
It's not sending a message that I would want to send to them, that they only would have to be servants.
Yes.
So definitely that was, yeah. And then they darkened it a little bit. They changed the colors just a little bit. But I still have the original picture.
The original picture. Now, who are these folks right here that's in this group of people right
It's
here?
basically what we're doing today. A group of tourists or people just put a depiction of we on the island as being friendly people and willing to serve people who come to visit us. That is all good and well, But,
So, okay, Sunrise, welcome to Sunrise City in San Nicolas.
Yeah, Sunrise, there you go.
Which way are we going now, brother?
You can walk down.
Turn the camera this way right here.
So,
I had a conversation with a gentleman brother elder, 60 years old.
Mm-hmm.
He said that there was not really necessarily any racial issues.
Right.
Everybody get along, everybody's family. And there's no fighting and all that stuff amongst and all that right there. And he said that, you know, he gave me more history on, you know, some his take on how everything is to him. That satisfied and happy how things are. And then when I mentioned about the advancement of our people, is it equitable? And he said that, you know, any citizen here can go to what's our country? Not Dutch, but what's the country up there that has
So Holland.
Holland.
They're Dutch, yeah. They're Dutch. Yeah.
They're Dutch. Holland. Anyone can leave here to go there, go to their schools, go up there to work, and all that stuff right there. My issue I had really was that he said that basically, you know, the relationship, which is beautiful, the relationship is great here. Everybody's happy and don't want it any other way. And me asking, well, okay, that's great. We want peace. But is it fair, equal distribution, and treatment with everybody? Is that true?
The shortness of it, no.
The shortness of it, no.
No. Point blank. However, there is they call it the one happy island. So there's a level of happiness.
Yeah.
And there's a level of discomfort. With progress, there's always something. It's nice to say everybody can go to Holland and get an education. It comes at a cost.
Yeah.
The same like you're from the States. So when
I live in the States. I ain't from the States.
Fine.
Yeah.
But when you finish your education, it's like a mortgage.
Yeah.
You owe the government. So you have to come back and work.
Well,
So-
he was saying that they don't come back.
Some do, some don't.
He said they
Maybe
don't come
not as
back.
much. That's our local police station here.
Oh, excuse me. I got my camera turned around. Sorry, y'all. I'm all over the face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even that has some artwork on it.
Well, I'm not one to
So-
come turn a city, a country upside down. But when I hear somebody say they're happy and satisfied, and then I ask, okay, who owns property, businesses, who are the ones who are living in these houses? And I consistently hear from country to country, we're not the majority of them, typically, country to country, depends on the country. And then I asked, are you happy with that? And the elderly man said, yes. And to me, it was like, we are always satisfied with crumbs. We're always satisfied as long as you get a little bit, you're happy with that. And I don't know here, the condition, I don't know what all goes on here, but there were some things I just did not ask him because I find with our elders at times, they're stuck in their own ways and their way of thinking. That as long as that they have peace and they're getting a little bit from the masa's table, they're happy. Now, like I said, sometimes I'm a controversial guy, but you know, in order for change to come for better for people, sometimes the pot needs to be stirred.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
And you could always pick the low-hanging fruits, but sometimes the more mature one are higher, harder to reach,
Yeah.
and maybe even more tasty.
Yeah.
So if the elder is comfortable, he's entitled to that.
Yeah.
However, we can see when it comes to ownership, and if you find out who owns the majority on the island, then you say, hey, something is probably not correct. Then you have to question that. When we don't own the supermarkets, we don't feed ourselves, so
Who
to
owns
speak.
most supermarkets here on
you
the
will have
island?
to walk into one and see.
I already know.
Okay, there is only 2 supermarkets, only one that is owned locally.
Okay.
All the rest are owned by someone else.
The
So
Chinese
someone
owns-
else is feeding us.
The
So
Chinese.
that should tell you something.
They have their names all written on their
Yep.
their stores and stuff too.
Exactly.
So they definitely have a major presence in the food market.
Yep, if you check the supermarkets, you will learn some Mandarin.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
Because they dang sure ain't English.
No. So that's one.
Yeah.
Um, we are the one happy island, so to speak. We depend, I would say, 100% on tourism. But do we own the hotels?
Hmm.
You talk about crumbs.
Yeah.
There are some big crumbs, smaller crumbs, and some of us are comfortable with that without realizing the crumbs come from a cake. Are we getting a slice of the cake? Food for thought.
Food for thought.
You
Like I
know?
said, I'm not trying to stir up anything, but my thing is that sometimes when we get complacent and compliant and satisfied, what do we not think about where are we positioning our children? When is our children going to be able to get, most of the pie?
Definitely. Well,
When,
a lot of our parents here, this is Rashid, the local gentleman I told you about.
Okay, this is Rashid.
He's
Okay,
about
one second.
17.
Okay.
We'll take you to someone who's painting. Someone.
Okay, you can come over here, yeah. You were saying what now?
Yeah, this is Rashid, the young artist I told you about. He's about 17 now,
Yeah.
and he's very talented.
Okay, that's beautiful.
Yeah, so I was saying, the elders used to tell us, go to school, get a good education, and get a good job. I tell my kids, get as much education you can, and create your own job.
Yeah.
So we're gonna walk down
Okay.
the little ways to Rashid's painting.
And education doesn't necessarily mean 4-year degree. Doesn't mean, PhDs and master
All the way down
degrees.
that car. You want to walk that far?
To where?
The vehicle that is coming up. Where it is now.
The first one.
Yeah, that's where they are.
Shoot, let's do it.
Okay.
I like walking. It don't matter to me.
Hey, come
Good
down,
afternoon.
man. We're
And
gonna
so-
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there comes the ownership. If we have this island, beautiful weather, almost year-round, hardly ever rains, but do we need a 1,000-room hotel from a multinational, I'm not going to call any name, or do our leaders need to promote local ownership? The small 50 rooms, 20 rooms, 10 rooms, and getting a unique experience when you come to the island. Other than the people who leave the States, do they want to come to the States on a vacation? I don't think so. So therefore, we have to be very careful in how the type of progress and how we establish it. Even in the food industries. You don't want to leave McDonald's to come and buy McDonald's.
Exactly.
Yeah, you want to get some local food. So definitely, and as you go back to Africa, like to go out and venture and eat where the locals eat, I think I could not have missed the opportunity to, interact with you.
And I appreciate that, brother, that I was able to get some food outside of the tourist traps. That's why I tell majority of my subscribers who's want to travel is connect with locals, and you're going to find that you will, one, have a genuine experience for the country that you are visiting. You get to experience the local great food that they cook, the hospitality, and to me, most and foremost, is the great relationships that are established from it.
And I have to say this and put it on record. I definitely appreciate you, brother, for the work that you do.
Thank
and
you.
for enlightening us, changing the narrative from the major news networks out there and bringing the grassroots information to us.
Thank you.
I appreciate you for that. Definitely.
that. Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, family, my brother reached out to me and he wanted to have lunch and kind of show his town and give us, just a little information that you're just not going to see on mainstream. Mainstream, you look up Aruba, you're going to find the tourist areas. Am I right?
Yeah.
You're going to find the tourist areas, and you're rarely going to find people having conversations with locals. You know, you're not gonna find, you know, most people sitting down, gonna have those tough conversations. Sometimes I bring up, you know, about some of the relationships.
And
But
I called it carrying on as the ancestors used to, in the sense of when you're in a village in Africa or some of the Caribbean islands, and there's an issue, the elders get together under a tree and conversate and see how we're going to work it out. So in a way, I think St. Nicholas still has that authenticity in some aspect. We're not sitting under a tree, we walk in the local streets, or we might sit by a little cafe or so, but still be able to have meaningful conversation.
yeah. So now, what do you do for a living out here? How do you sustain yourself and all that?
Well, I go around and I I give a service that collects some of the crumbs that we talk about.
Yeah.
I'm an upholsterer.
He's an upholsterer.
I run my own little business, and I have my hands in different things. I give back to the community. I have a program that I run called We Culture, once a month with my wife, and where it's a platform that people can do poetry, whatever it takes as a community. That's why it says We Culture. Whatever we do as a cultural people, you can come there and have experience, and we get together and do those kind of stuff. I have a couple of projects in the works, but as bureaucracy and red tape work, I'm still waiting on permits and stuff to execute. So I do multiple things, creative, and you know, make ends meet, hustle as they say. Find a hustle wherever you can.
That's the African in us.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We got to get it done. We got to get
Yeah.
up and get the grind. However, coming from a Pan-Africanist perspective, I always look at it from self-sustainability
Yeah.
and not being on the treadmill for massa,
Yeah.
you know?
On the treadmill, the hamster wheel.
Yeah. So, definitely not about that. This is an abandoned building here, and the young man Rashid, like I said, he did this too. Depiction here of two of our greats. A great mind and the greatest boxer, he used to say. I'm the greatest.
Yep, I'm the greatest.
Yeah, so I think he did a great job on that one.
Most definitely.
Young Ali.
Now, you know, if y'all haven't been to Louisville, Kentucky to check out Muhammad Ali's museum, you're missing out on a great museum. And so I would definitely recommend to go check out Muhammad Ali's museum in Louisville, Kentucky. It was a great experience. It's a beautiful museum. Me and my daughter took my daughter there, and we had a great time just going through it. Many people think Muhammad Ali was just a boxer. Man, that man there, when, look, how many names could we give Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X? I mean, well, I'm gonna stay with Muhammad Ali first. Cassius Clay was his name, changed his name, went under the Nation of Islam, and he was a serious Pan-African.
But the young Rashid, the artist,
Yeah.
he put those two together there. I don't know, I've never asked him. I don't know if he knew the significance of those two
If he
being
knows-
together on that same wall.
Yeah.
You know, the two being there together.
Wow.
He's a young man.
Yeah,
You
you should ask him.
Yeah,
that.
I definitely will. The fact that he put those two together there, you know? Yeah.
Because most people think that Muhammad Ali was just a boxer. That man was a voice for people.
You heard some of the questions that he asked on that, what was a British interview, the reporters?
Uh-huh.
And he asked about, he said he always asked his mom, why everything black is bad?
Yeah.
And what, they're serving milk and honey in heaven? Well, you say, but milk and honey is a laxative. What's going on in heaven? Is everybody running to the bathroom? Oh my, yeah, man. The great ones. Yeah.
The great ones.
Yeah, the thinkers.
You know, when I think about some of the moves he did when he relinquished his belt And he said, I'm not going to the white man's war.
Was it Nam, right?
Yes, Vietnam. And he said, I'm not going to the white man's war. And they took his championship belt, you all. I don't know if y'all know the history or not. And he stood up against the system of America. And he said, why am I going to fight, go in the country and fight a people of color?
They ain't done nothing to me.
They never did anything to me. And yet y'all don't do anything for us.
Yep.
This is
That's a sacrifice he was willing to and did make.
And because they want to send him to prison, but they took his belt, thought it would hurt him by taking his championship belt.
Yeah.
And I think for 2 or 3 years that he could not box until he went to the Supreme Court and won in the Supreme Court, I think it was, that overturned the decision.
So that he could have been on the boxing ring and do what he does best.
Do what he does best, you know. And so, that's just a quick history. Good to see this here. What I would love to see is this building, whatever this building is, you know, because you got two magnificent Pan-African activists, black activists here in a shambled, dilapidated building.
All of this is pertaining to when the refinery was up and running. So this was like a machine shop.
Yeah.
It used to be named the Dutch Machine Shop. So those are industries that seem to be long gone.
Yeah.
And we'll see what St. Nicholas has to offer for the coming years and for the future. I was going to ask you if you're going to come to my house to get one of my coconuts, but I see you got one here. That's my brother there, Kelvin. He lives in the area.
Kelvin,
yeah.
all right.
He lives right there.
You can only get in the islands and in Africa. There's fresh coconut and water, and it's great. No, you can have. You got me some? Yeah, you can get. Ah, that's good. What's up, my brother? How are you? Good.
Thanks and praise. I'm going to work with children, no? I'm going to work with children.
You work with children? Okay.
I'm going to work with children. I'm going to clean the place.
Oh, you're going to do that up?
Yeah. I'm going to teach them, and also show them where they're from. Because,
How old are you, my brother?
I'm 55.
Man, I'll be 55 Thursday. Look at this guy, y'all. Look at him. Look. Hey, babe. I'm starting my workout tomorrow, y'all. Look. Hey.
He climbed the tree up there
I climbed that tree too. I climbed it how high you want it. Yeah.
Hold up now. Hold up.
Right
Family.
Look,
hold
how
up.
you want it, I climb it.
Hold up now. Look.
We're going to do the age thing?
Well, they'll do the age thing. I'm talking about, look. Before, after. Before, after. You know what I'm saying? I'll be 55. I'll be 55 Thursday. Look at the man right here. Look. See, he's showing out. See, yeah. See, I could do that too. I did that this morning. You know what I'm saying? I ain't climbing trees for no coconut though. Hold up.
She thought it was breadfruit, so I took it down.
For sure.
I got him on video climbing the tree.
All right, okay. I'm
Yeah.
a movie star.
Yeah. You got a star in your cap too.
Have fun.
All right, brother. Appreciate you.
Yeah. So this is what the community is like. St. Nicholas has always been well receptive of visitors, and we get along to the best that we can as any other place where you find African people, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Oh yeah, I'm inspired. I'm getting myself back kicked up in shape now, man. Hold up.
50 push-ups, he said.
Huh?
50 push-ups.
I was there. Definitely, I was there.
Okay.
But you know.
You don't work for no one. Self-reliant. He plants in the back.
He plants in the back.
Yeah, he plants a lot of his stuff. Yeah.
Oh, you live here? You live here?
I'm going to rent. It's two houses near each other. I'm going to rent the house.
Okay.
And I'm self-keeping in the center. I'm going to put it up right there.
Yeah, so he's building up the area. Yeah. Which one he climbed?
Okay, he's gonna show us. He's showing us his property here, family.
What's that?
plantation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna expand.
Yeah, and I'm
Okay.
gonna take the doors from the front, put them in the back, so when you come out in the patio.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you're gonna see all the trees, all the wheat trees, every kind of trees you're gonna see.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I don't work for nobody, man.
Don't work for nobody. Work for yourself.
No, listen to me. Uncle Sam had enough, man. He had enough of my money. I don't need the money. I just need food. Because the paper don't do nothing. It's the food you need.
So
What you do
your
with
house,
it?
your house is paid for. You don't owe nobody.
My mother died 4 to 5 months ago. That's what she left me right there.
Your mother left you
Yeah,
the house and
inheritance.
everything, the land.
Yeah. 2 houses next to each other. In the center, I got a room, and I'm gonna put an upstairs room, and the top, pure glass, baby. Like I can see God. No,
All right.
All right. All the time.
I love his spirit. I love his spirit. Yeah. Hey, family. You know, that's that island living right there. You know, living good, huh?
To the best that we can.
To the best that you can.
Yeah.
Not to say there ain't no struggles here nor there,
No,
but
man, there
that's
challenges,
life. That's
there
life.
challenges everywhere.
Yeah.
But we work with it best that we can, and you know, carved out a little bit of it
Yeah.
and try to make it work. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
If you like the heat, the sea, the sand, the breeze.
Yep, I do.
definitely, it's one of those islands for you.
One of the islands for you.
Yep.
Aruba.
Oh yeah.
Tell us now about, because you actually from Grenada. You left there at the age of 11.
15.
15, excuse
Yeah.
me, 15. And that was during the revolution.
Yeah.
You know, I told you I wanted to go over there because of Maurice Bishop, who Reagan killed. And he was doing magnificent things for the country. Now, this revolution that began, you had said that your mom left there and came here.
My mom migrated here late 50s probably.
Okay, late 50s, okay.
So yeah, I was born in 65.
Okay.
She came back, had me in Grenada, and came back here. The revolution took place in 79. Just to back up a little bit, you know Maurice Bishop was born in Aruba?
Oh, okay, yeah, yes, I did know that.
Yeah,
I
he
did,
was born
yes.
here. So
Yes.
He went to school.
I think he left at 7 years old or
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that, yeah. Yeah.
But just to compile a couple of things, I don't have the exact numbers, but what he did raise the literacy rate in the couple of years that he was there.
Yep.
He introduced machines and self-sustainability in terms of agro-industry. Grenada has very fertile soil, and everything, all the mangoes were just ripening and fall and other stuff. There was nothing being done. The strange thing about it, after the invasion and he was gone, they got rid of all the machines. So
Hold up, say that one more time.
the strange thing about what he did, or what he was trying to, how he was trying to improve the island in terms of bringing in machinery and doing for self, in terms of the agro industry, in terms of making chocolate. Grenada has a lot of cocoa as well. And you know, just creating end products from the raw materials that was there. After the revolution or the invasion,
Who invaded it?
America under the CARICOM Islands and Virginia, Charles, and the rest of them, you know, they would find ways to slip it in and claim that they went to rescue.
Went to rescue,
They
yeah.
went to rescue the students in the medical school that was there.
Yeah.
So that's one story.
Really concerned about the medical students.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so. But the thing about it, he was trying to bring awareness to the island and in how we can do for self. And we claim that we have,
Magafuli.
we
Yeah.
claim that we have independence, but it seems like we have dependence on England. You know, just before that, he gave a speech in New York, one of the city college, and he said there was a report from the State Department that said that the Grenada Revolution was more dangerous than Cuba to the States. You want to know why?
Why?
Because Grenada spoke English. They could
Exactly.
speak directly to the United States people. that is some food for thought there.
Yeah,
You
people.
know?
That's why it's important to know your history. And I'm gonna tell you, I just learned the Grenada history really, really in depth just here in the last couple of months. You know, so you're never too old to learn.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah, and so are we going this way?
Yeah.
Okay. You're never too old to learn. And when I really listened to a lot of his speeches, man, I'm telling you, I said I got to go visit Grenada because this guy here did such an awesome turnaround for the country
In such a short time.
in such a short time that the Western world took note and wanted to tear it down.
So if you look at Africa again, Thomas Sankara, as I was saying, if you look at Africa with Thomas Sankara and what he did in just a couple of years in what it was, Burkina Faso, so it's the same similarities, and you see it around the world. Dr. John Henry Clark said we should use history as the lens on which we look to learn and to move towards the future. I'm just paraphrasing. He didn't, he didn't quote it exactly that way. So, but in essence, we definitely have to know our history. I say it this way: know your roots, so that you may enjoy sweet, futuristic fruits. That is my saying.
Say that one more time.
Know your roots, so that you may enjoy sweet, futuristic fruits.
Couldn't have said it better myself, brother. Yeah. So yeah, you all who coming along, y'all getting a little history on Aruba, a little history on Grenada, a little history on the paintings that we see, the murals on the walls, just walking through Chocolate City here, you know. And so appreciate you, brother. Where are we headed to now?
We're heading back to our car.
Okay.
This is just a little walk in the mid-afternoon sun. But I know you're a man who doesn't fear the heat.
Oh no.
So.
For those who already know what I say, if I'm not sweating, something is wrong.
Yeah,
That's me.
yeah, so.
You know.
You're in the wrong place.
In the wrong place. That's right. Because I love the sweat. I love the sun. We're sun people.
Yeah.
And our people have gotten afraid, especially over in some of these countries, to want to run from the sun.
Yeah.
Do you know? Hold on a second, right here. Do you know? I'm gonna put the camera back over here. Me and my wife was at the beach yesterday, and a brother who was in a relationship, I don't know if he was married or not, to a white woman, European woman, to each his own. I have no problem with that.
Oh, definitely.
And he put sunscreen on her, and she turned around and put it on him. And I was like, does he not know what his skin, melanated skin, is for? We don't get burnt by the sun. We don't get burnt by the sun. If you get any, I'll say this right here. When I was in Jamaica some years ago on the beach, and I wound up getting my skin started to peel a couple days later.
Yeah.
And I was like, hold up, what the heck am my skin peeling for and all that right there? Well, what I found out was it was not the sun that caused that. It was the sand from the sun reflection and the water that reflected onto me. So if you know what a magnifying glass is.
That was my thought, yeah.
Yes.
So it created a magnifying effect.
Magnifying effect that then could get you. But that's only with a certain type of the grain of sand.
Okay, yeah.
That there is. But we've lived in the sun for all these years, and we don't need a sunscreen. If you all watch my video, I showed y'all with some Europeans. They did this documentary on sunscreen lotion. If you look under the UV light,
it makes them black.
It makes them black.
Look black. Oh yeah.
Under UV light, that
yeah.
cream that they put on to the UV, it's black, which caused that cream for their skin to absorb it, not repel the sun.
Oh.
And then they won't get burnt. They're thinking it's a protectorant when actually
it's an imitation.
Yeah, it was a switch of words because they got sun blocker, sunscreen, and actually it's not screening the sun, it's absorbing the sun. That's why the folks, they can get tan now.
Teach, brother,
Not
teach.
get red, but they can now become brown,
Okay.
dark brown. Some of them, depending on. This is facts. You know, these are facts.
Yeah.
So,
man.
yeah, let me. But yeah, me and my wife kind of chuckle when she put on the sunscreen. Really, I'm gonna start calling it black
Inducer or
lotion,
something.
black lotion, because it
Black
goes
lotion.
on white, but UV is really black. Yeah, y'all check that video out that I put out there.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But you, I mean, how much videos you have out now?
Oh man, I think I was just notified too. I just passed 500.
That's a lot of
500.
knowledge.
500, yes.
A lot of knowledge. I gotta say, we as a people owe a debt to you, my brother, for the work that you've been doing.
Well, thank you.
And in the manner that you have been doing it.
Well, thank you. I
Because
appreciate
we know, or the people, when I say we, I am not a YouTuber, but the ones, and I don't say I follow people. I look at YouTube and I look at the YouTubers and what they're doing. And we know what's out there. We've seen what's been happening,
it. Yeah.
you know, so definitely appreciate you and the work that you do.
Well, I appreciate you all.
100%.
Appreciate me. Yes. And so now we are approaching, what street is this? Some of these streets don't have names, do they?
Now, in Aruba they do,
Yeah? Okay.
but it's a Thai town.
It's a Thai town.
Uh-huh. Celeste, can you explain, gentlemen, what's the name of this street? Call the name of the street. Dave.
B van de Veen Zeppenveldstraat.
Pain on the vein? What?
It's Dutch.
It's Dutch?
Yes, so it's B van den Veen Zeppenveld.
What does that mean?
Straat is street. That's just his name.
Oh, okay.
Someone's name.
The B is the initial.
Uh-huh.
The last name is van der Veen.
Okay.
And street.
Zeppenveld, yeah, Zeppenveld is also part of the last name. Van der Veen Zeppenveld. And then straat would be street.
Okay. All righty.
Kind of a tongue twister.
Yeah.
We got a lot of those on the island, a lot of remnants of the Dutch. Let's take a look here. The Dutch colonization. So the names that stayed. If you get the figures, you stand here and you get this in the back, it look the same way for the men, for the ladies. Let's show someone to this.
Oh.
Look at this one. So let's you can take a picture from one.
So yeah, family, we are here in Aruba, in Chocolate City. Now, what is this supposed to happen now? Take a picture and what?
You get it, the legs, yeah.
In the same pose.
Uh-huh.
And it's supposed to be what?
No, it just looks amazing. You have a great picture.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, glad you like it.
Yes, Dutch. Somebody said Dutch. Yeah, the Dutch colonized, or
Oh,
not
continue.
colonized, but just basically
Pretty much
still here.
to
Yeah,
some
because
extent. It's
because
like,
y'all have a
man, it's like you having kids and they're growing up.
right.
But they
Yeah,
still come to your house to eat.
because y'all have a king that's there
Yeah.
in Holland.
And he's the head of state.
And he's
He
the
has a
head of state.
representative here.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
But we operate, we are able to.
Y'all Commonwealth.
Yeah, you have separate status. So you have your own parliament and you do certain stuff. But when the important stuff comes up, master say, hey, you got to do this and you got to do that. Because if the governor doesn't sign off on any laws here, it doesn't pass.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but overall, if you were to grade it in terms of happiness, on a 1 to 10 scale, probably would be a 7 or 8. The people seems to get along. We drink a lot per capacity.
Y'all drink-
We are up right up there, man. We drink a lot of beers, a lot of alcohol. it's
Yeah.
one happy island.
That's
It's 5 o'clock
Europeans.
somewhere every time.
Yeah. Oh, Europeans love that beer.
Yeah,
Loves
yeah.
beer. I mean, for real, for real. You know. And when I was in Namibia, and I was invited to this local restaurant, brother who owns it there.
Yeah.
And there were, the Europeans that were there. They from Germany. And it was early in the morning, man. That beer. I mean, I lived over in Germany. I mean, beer is their staple.
Like water.
They drink beer like water.
Yeah,
Exactly.
definitely.
That's just a way of life. Beer drinking. Yeah.
Yeah, so we does that here with several different types of beers.
Yeah. I think when the baby come out the womb, they got the beer in the bottle. So, you know. But anyway, family, we gonna come to a close. We've been here on this for. Oh, that was not bad timing. 50 minutes. 50
Oh,
minutes.
okay.
Yeah. And so let me thank you, brother. Turn around this light right here. I'd like to thank you, brother, for just showing us Chocolate City and that the little history you gave us and all that from your head knowledge, from your experience, from your spirit. We just thank you, man, inviting me and my wife to lunch to meet us and just, tell a different narrative than one could ever get from a tour guide, but you who have shown us just a taste of what's going here from your perspective. I appreciate that.
Oh, you're most welcome. And this is just the grassroots experience, one-on-one and one African brother to another. And we're able to connect. Like I said, the work you've been doing and hopefully continue to do is definitely needed out there.
Appreciate
Bringing change in the narrative as you go along. I've learned so much from you. Keep dropping those nuggets. Yeah, man, definitely appreciative of that. And you're most likely welcome. Mr.
Thank
Nicholas.
you.
This is just a small part of what we can do, and if you're around for a while, we'll do some more stuff.
Okay.
Definitely, and always looking out for your new videos.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Do you have any social media or anything people can reach out to you? Because I know, you said, you sell sea moss. You do different business ventures or anything that, even from the standpoint from if it's a tourist coming in who wants to seek your craftsmanship or whatever.
Wow, well, those are done locally on a local level. But if someone is coming into the island and they want to get some sea moss, or I make a local juice, which is called sage lime, which is from a bush. So if you make your favorite cup of bush tea and your lemonade and you blend those, but mine have some specialties in it, which I can't,
Disclose,
disclaim.
yeah.
But at the same time, I supply that. I own the brand I Love Baby Beach.
Okay.
So if you want to get a T-shirt, you can reach out to me.
I love Baby Beach.
Yeah, I am not out there on Facebook or social media per se.
Okay.
But let me send a shout out to my son. He's making 10 next month, and he has a little page called Shiloh TV.
Okay.
He has a couple of videos there, so Shiloh is going to be proud of this. He has some videos. I tell him it take work, so he comes up with his own thing. I do the camera work. I said I'm his cameraman. And we do that, Shiloh TV, Aruba, because there are more than one Shiloh.
His son's YouTube.
Yeah.
Now, if somebody wants to reach you, do you have a number, WhatsApp number, or email that they can reach you if they are interested in getting sea moss? Because he sells sea moss and makes juices and stuff. Yeah.
297, so plus 297, 593-5827.
Okay, that's WhatsApp?
Yeah.
Okay, so get your WhatsApp. Go ahead and reach out to my man if you're in Aruba. Or do you ship outside of the country?
No, not yet.
Everything's local?
Yeah,
Okay.
everything's locally based.
So I'm quite sure you all come down here to visit Aruba. Look my man up. He gonna go ahead and connect with you and look out for you. With that, family, this is your man. This is your...
Man, not your boy.
This is your...
Empress.
This is your...
It's your lady.
Go black to Africa. All right, peace out, family. We talk with y'all later.
So
Peace
remember.
out. All right, we out.
Peace.